Mobile, Alabama, for Tim Brando.
Hey, thanks for putting me on. Hey, Tim, I'm glad to get to talk to you. I think you're a great guy, but your analysis of this game is ridiculous. And let me tell you why, okay? I agree. Congratulations to South Carolina for winning the game. They did a great job. But this really, the outcome of this game was determined by an awful coaching job, and it has to be laid at the feet of Nick Saban. The reason is you got the two best running backs in the country. They carry the ball 17 times. The defense, it's not about them being immature. They were left on the field the whole game. Therefore, they were exhausted in the second half, so South Carolina had their way with them. If Alabama carries the ball 40 times, they win the football game. The defense is not tired in the second half. South Carolina can't score, and they get dominated. This is not the players' fault. This is Nick Saban's fault. And it's all about offensive play calling.
Do you realize how dumb what you're saying is? Do you have any idea?
You sound like a girl who doesn't watch football in your analysis. If you can't figure out that you got the two best running backs and you pass 80% of the time,
by the way,
the other defense is going to look great because they know you're going to throw the ball. They can play pass the whole game.
That they were
you can't figure that out, Tim.
They were going to force McElroy to beat them in the air, and that's why McElwain and company knew they had to put the ball in the air.
Alabama didn't try to run the ball, Tim. And in the second half, when they did run the ball, they got 10 yards of carry.
You talk about someone that's in the clouds. You just won 29 straight regular season, 18 in a row in the toughest conference in America, and you're blaming your coaching staff for this loss totally.
Look at the yards.
Tim, someone's already called for McElwain's firing, so this guy's pretty calm.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Look at the yards per carry in the second half, Tim.
I understand that.
Why they didn't run the ball.
I hear, you can look at the stat sheet all you want, but there was some gaming and dealing going on by the other team. And
that's
Alabama.
It's one thing if Alabama tries to run the ball and they get
good too.
But when a guy comes out in the second half getting 10 yards, it seems like you try to
clue.
That is so try to run the ball in the last 10.5 minutes,
You're
Tim.
so
Did
good.
You even watch the game?
You could not possibly lose a game if for nothing else than bad coaching.
Hey,
that is a joke.
Of course, the other defense.
Joke.
Of course, South Carolina's defense looks great when you know Alabama's throwing the ball 80% of the time. You don't have to worry about stopping the run.
Once again, further proof that Alabama fans are clueless.
Hey, at least I watched the game. I bet you didn't even know that Alabama didn't have a single carry in the last 2.5 minutes.
As soon as it was over.
You've got no clue what you're talking about.
No, you don't.
Your commentators on your network.
You don't know anything about offensive and defensive coordinating a football game and matchup.
Tim, did you even see that? Tim.
South Carolina won the matchup.
You didn't even watch the game.
Tim, did you even know the game was on?
Oh, my God.
Apparently not, because he doesn't even realize Alabama didn't run the ball in the last 10.5 minutes. Where were you, Tim?
Before you get
were you in the break room smoking crack?
My God.
Did you hear what he said, Tim?
A straitjacket.
Tim, he asked you.
Smoking crack? You didn't even know that Alabama didn't run the ball the last 10.5 minutes, and you don't think that the coaching staff should be blamed for terrible play calling?
Do you think maybe the run-pass imbalance has something to do with the score late in the game, sir?
Tim, it's not imbalance. They were in the game with 10.5 minutes left. They didn't run the ball a single time. That's 100% passing. It's not a run-pass balance.
You were behind in the game because Spurrier kept attacking. He made you score. You were going to have to score 30 or more points to win that game. You were running out of time.
Alabama came out passing from the beginning of the game.
Just
run the ball. You're going to tell me that Spurrier made him do it? Hell, Spurrier must have pulled over there and made a deal with him to pass the whole game so he could win the game. That makes no sense.
I've got nothing left to say.
Because you got no argument.
No. My only argument is you're stupid. How about that?
So you think that 17 carries with the two best running backs in the country is a good strategy? Is that right?
Post-game stats do
you
not
think
tell
that's
the
a good
story.
strategy?
Okay, Paul, I'm done. That's it. I'm not talking to him anymore.
Because you got no argument.